Hello and welcome to this live beer review examination extrapolation on this alternate channel, Anti-War. Have a Miller glass for a product that is also part of the Miller universe, the Steel Reserve Alloy Series Spiked Blue Razz 211. Oh, what can you say about this? Guess you could say a lot of things about it. Okay, so it's not even. Like the first glass I poured was this high. Now we're down to this. So 24. Okay, so this glass is more than 12. It's like 14 ounces. Yeah. So I put 14 in the first go round, and now 10 in the second go round. So the Blue Razz, this series, it says brewed for extra gravity and exceptionally smooth flavor. Well, that's just coming from the Steel Reserve 211 description. Flavored ale. Here's a disclosure. It's blurry. Flavored ale, malt beverage, and here's a description of what that means. Malt beverage with natural and artificial flavors and certified color. So the flavors are natural and artificial, and the colors are certified color, meaning certified by the Food and Drug Administration of the United States government as being harmless food coloring. Sure. Blue raspberry color, which is used in the ices, the snowballs, the Gatorade, Powerade. It's the same color. It looks like Windex. The same color. It's the same color. So what are the flavorings? I don't know. They're saying on the website here. Let's look over at the website. Well, I don't have a screen share on this, but it says Spiked Blue Razz. And I have a recorded video. I was sitting out on the back porch in the rain, listening to the rain. I was going to go to Savannah Discount and check out some more deals, but I said, I'm not driving in all this rain. It's not that important anyway. What a deal I got at Walmart today. If anybody wants to see, I'll show you what a deal I got at Walmart today. Not that I need it. I don't need it. I got too much now. It says electric blue raspberry, not a real fruit, but it's a flavoring based on a type of raspberry that's actually more black than blue. But electric blue raspberry with a hint of lemon creates a bold flavor combination to spike your night, or in my case, your afternoon. 8% alcohol, 285 calories, and so on. Well, heck. What are the other current flavors? According to Steel, now they don't, it's funny because Steel Reserve, they don't show the Steel Reserve 6% or the Steel Reserve 8.1%. or the Steel Reserve 8.1% triple export, which are probably the three biggest sellers, I would think. Those are just regular beer, no flavor or coloring added. But this website is dedicated to the flavors, the Alloy series. Spiked Tropic Storm. That was my favorite so far, I think. Bookberry. It's BLK, Bookberry, Blackberry. Why do they abbreviate it? I don't really know. Crisp, blackberry, and citrus. Well, I'm not going to read all the description. Spiked Punch. I've not had the Spiked Punch. I'm almost certain I have not had the Spiked Punch, and I don't think I've seen it. But now I'm gonna be looking for it. Cherry orange and strawberry flavors. Cherry orange and strawberry flavors mixed to get the night started. This stuff's just like Hawaiian punch with 8% alcohol. Hard pineapple. I've had that one, and it's natural flavors, no artificial flavorings in that one. And there's no artificial flavorings in the Spike Tropic Storm. Those are natural flavors. But I read a good series of articles over the week about natural versus artificial flavors. And they talked about how people think artificial flavors are bad for you and dangerous. And the article was pointing out that they're actually they're probably safer than natural flavors because they're controlled. They said the difference between natural and artificial is this. Natural flavors come from nature, from things you can actually eat. Edible. But I don't know how you can eat bark, but it's saying from bark, leaves. How are you going to eat leaves? And then, well, some you can, lettuce. But they said but the artificial comes from objects that are items that are not edible, like petroleum. You can't eat petroleum. But then they mimic the chemical makeup, the molecular structure of the natural flavor. And then they get the artificial. They say it's safer, according to Business Insider, because they call the scientists the flavorists. People make a career out of being flavorists. They can control the process from start to finish. They said natural flavors can be dangerous because they can contain toxic chemicals. They come from nature, like almonds, things like that. But they'll contain things like cyanide and arsenic in them. So they were saying the potential for it being toxic is higher with the natural. I said, huh. Shows you what you can learn if you study. Spiked watermelon, another all-natural flavor. That doesn't really matter. Spiked blue Razz. Spiked strawberry burst. That's the new one. Strawberry flavor combined with a lingering sweet finish. So they took strawberry flavor and they combined it with a lingering finish. So give it a long finish. You might say glowing finish. Now these are the flavors they show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But as you know, and as I know, or as you may know, these companies have a tendency to show what they make and then not show all the rest that they make. It tastes so sugary and tart. It's so tart. It's like, well, I like those kind of things. But it's very tart. It's very much like snowball flavoring, or some people say snow cones, or Gatorade, but it's better than Gatorade. Or Powerade to my reckoning. But it's sort of like this stuff people give to children. Or adults drink it too. I know adults drink Kool-Aid and stuff like that. They don't want to admit it. But it's beer-based. But it's the same concept, right? Same general flavor. But it's not, no, would I drink it regularly? Go look in my fridge. Do you see... You say, I can't go look in your fridge over the internet. Okay, well, go look in there metaphorically, and you'll see a whole bunch of natural ice. Like 7 cans left. I got to go buy some re-up. I got to re-up. Natural ice. Well, that's not flavored. It's just a regular old beer, 5.9% beer. I would drink that. I enjoy that. It's better than this, in my opinion. I didn't review this because I had some great drive. I was on a great quest to love these flavored things. Nothing like that. I just figured, well, it exists. You get 2 cans for $4 if you buy 2 cans. Costs more if you buy only 1. So, of course, they want you to buy 2. Then get you into it so you keep buying it. So it's $1 a serving, right? Typical price. So a 12-pack would be $12, generally. But probably more than that, I think, if you bought it. If you bought the 12-pack variety pack with the 12-ounce cans, man, I bet you they would have it for like $13.99. I don't think I've seen those around here. But I might have overlooked it. I know we got the Rita's variety pack and all that. And you can get the Rita's variety pack in bottles as well, interestingly. Can you get the Alloy series in bottles? I don't know. Maybe. But about $1 a serving. I mean, you can get natural ice 15 packs of stores for $7. Well, that's kind of rare these days, but $8.99, $9.99, $9.99. I guess with inflation because of the scamdemic inflation, but $9.99 a 12-pack, 15 packs. Sorry, 15 packs. So 9.99 divided by 15, 67 cents a can. Yeah, so it's a little bit more expensive than natural ice. Not as good as natural ice, but I'm only going to drink it once in my whole life, I'm sure. I'm almost sure. I don't know for certain. Somebody might say, hey, you want to do a blind taste test? Yeah. A duo review, and I'd say, yeah, okay, I'm game. It's got a heavy body, a sugary, but I think they use sucralose, some kind of flim-flam sweetener. A sugary taste, a sweet finish, got a strange drying, but it doesn't use high fructose corn syrup. Molson Coors uses no high fructose corn syrup in any of their products. Still has a weird drying sensation though, but it finishes sweet. I mean, it's okay. I gave it an A minus, a 90 out of 100, 9 out of 10. You say, how could it be that high? Are you crazy? 9 out of 10 in the style, flavored beverage, flavored beer-based product. You get it? Beer. There's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. They give it a 7 out of 100, which is totally ridiculous. How are you going to drink something that's 93% bad? I mean, you would die, right? So they're saying it's a 7 out of 100. It's garbage. But in the style, it gets an 87 out of 100, which is 3 points lower than my score. 87 out of 100 in the style. What's the style? Flavored malt beverages, flavored beers. So what does that tell you? They don't like the style, therefore they give it a terrible score, which is not fair. It's like saying, well, I hate country music, and I gave every country music album I listened to a 2 out of 100. You say, well, why'd you do that? Well, I hate all that kind of music. I gave it all the highest score I gave was 8 out of 100. It's garbage. It's like, well, you don't have to listen to it. So you see that kind of thinking, it doesn't make sense. I don't like this style. I don't like flavored malt beverages. I mean, you know, flavored beer. I don't care who's making it. Craft, you know, micro, middle crow, macro. I don't like it. Not really. It got vanilla in it. Some got vanilla added, licorice added. Talking about the craft beers. Orange, coriander, anise, various spices, various sugars, sweeteners. Same thing. It's the same concept. I mean, are the craft flavored beers better than this? I mean, generally, yeah, they are. I mean, this is really lowbrow stuff, you know. But I've had some experience where they were horrendously bad. But it's the same. I didn't say it was the same quality level. It's the same concept. You can't drink regular beer because it tastes like beer, so you got to flavor it. Okay, Belgian beers use candy sugar, and almost all the really great Belgian beers. You could say, well, that's cheating. That's using sugar. You're flavoring it. You know, what would all these world-class Belgian ales taste like without the sugar? You know, see, that's a good point to bring up. All right? Maybe they wouldn't be so world-class if they didn't have the, if they didn't have that shortcut of adding it. And I'm not saying it's a shortcut, but you know what I'm saying? They didn't add that sugar. Can't have it both ways. You know, you can't have it both ways. I'll say this on the regular channel. I don't come hide out. Here goes the rain. I don't come to this alternative channel to hide out and do like more aggressive videos because I only have 167 subscribers. No. I just have the alternate channel to ostensibly do anti-war videos, which I never do, but just as a fallback, you know what I'm saying? But you can't have it both ways. You can't say it's a sin to put flavoring in beer like this atrocity here and then go running around talking about how awesome it is to drink this peanut butter chocolate porter from, you know, psychedelic eyeglass brewing of Austin, Texas. Hey, it's flavored. It's flavored. I see these people on YouTube, yeah. Facebook groups all the time. Oh, they just love all the flavored craft beers, especially the IPAs that taste like juice. It tastes like juice, even if it doesn't have juice added. I'll say, well, you still buying into the concept of it not tasting like what we would traditionally call beer. Juice. You're saying it tastes like juice. Raspberry juice, pineapple juice, cranberry juice. You said it. I didn't say it. This tastes like, Snowball, icy. So you can't, I guess you could do whatever you want, but really, you can't have everything and nothing. Like some of these people, I say, what do you want? I want everything and nothing. Okay, you can't have both. It's like, I want to go drive to Marrero, but I don't want my truck to get wet. Well, it's raining, so I can't drive to Marrero. The truck's going to get wet. That's so tart. I really am starting to like this more. I gave it a 90, but the tartness is really adding to it. Now, it's like, oh, I want to drink another one. It's like, no. 24 ounces over 2.5 hours. That's enough. I think on that second can, then you start to get sick to your stomach. You'd start to say, I'm going to go run to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be, you say, why did I do this? Once a week would be the high average for me, the high number. Now, I can't handle that. Once a month would be the better number. 4 or 5 times a year would be the best number for these kind of things. 4 or 5 times a year, the best number. But you can't have it both ways. If you hate flavoring in beer, then you better be consistent. I better not catch you slipping on the internet and you sitting there talking about you love this pomegranate Hefeweizen with cayenne pepper. I'm gonna be like, I thought you hated flavored beer. It's not a macro. I don't care what it is. I knew it wasn't a macro when I saw it with psychedelic sunglass of Austin, Texas. I wasn't talking about that. I didn't ask you that. Telling me what I know already. I asked you. I didn't ask that. I thought you said you took issue with flavored beers. Right? Okay, so don't get the wrong idea. Now, let's put this in perspective. Don't get the wrong idea and say, oh, you just are trumpeting this. You're a shill for the macros. You love this kind of stuff. Wrongo. You ever notice how sometimes you run across a person you shouldn't have messed with? I never said it was a great product or that it was a desirable product or is a worthwhile product or is a credible product or is even a product that you should ever bother with. I never said any of those things. Do I have any regard for it? Not much. You could say that it's insipid and insidious. I would tend to agree with that assessment. And in fact, I would 100% agree with the assessment that Steel Reserve Alloy Series beers are insipid and insidious. Insidious because they trap people into drinking sugar beers and become, well, you use the adjectives and the nouns you want to use. And they're insipid in the sense that they're highly processed beverages with a ingredients list that would require a translator. Not for me, but for some people, they're in the gas stations. They're, as we would call Richard's Wild Irish Rose or some bum wine, bum juice. I accept that evaluation of it. However, still a flavored beer, and they didn't do a bad job with it. So could you take a product that is on its face worthy of disrespect and still do a good job with it? Yes. Get these crazy calls all day. Look at that. I don't know this number. What is this number? I get these calls all day. I don't answer it. If it was important, they'd leave a message. Well, of course it isn't, and they don't. You know, you deal with the same thing. So I think I explained my approach, right? Unbelievable. Keep calling. I'm not going to answer. All right. High beers in a flattened economy sounds like a recipe for disaster. Yes. Got that right. A destroyed economy due to a hobgoblin of which I never once at any point bought into. Please keep that in mind. Some people told me, well, I was really concerned at first, but now I'm starting to wake up. And I understand that. Good. That's good. That's good. That's progress. But I'm just speaking for myself. I at no time then, now, in the future, did I ever buy into that. I was preaching the same sermon 3 or 4 months ago. It's a hobgoblin. Don't buy it. It's false. It's not the reality. Go outside, get fresh air, hang out with your friends, interact with people, mingle with people, go here, there, and everywhere. Don't cover your face. Do all the opposite of what these nabobs tell you to do, these nitwits and whatever you want to call them. I said that all along, so I feel consistent about that. But yeah, these kind of things, well, you know, well, hey, this was around in 2012. It wasn't around with this present man-made crisis, really. So would I recommend it? Well, it would be like recommending gambling. You know what I mean? You could go to the casino when they reopen and gamble. It's a rigged game. You're not going to win generally. If you do start to win on a consistent basis, they're not going to let you back in. I mean, but you could gamble. You could play blackjack. You could play slot machines. You could play roulette, whatever. Or you could go out on the streets and play CeeLo, whatever. And there probably are quality levels of these things, these games. Different casinos have various amenities and service, whatever. But I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you're doing it for entertainment and you say, well, I'm going to only lose this much. And I'm doing it like going to the beach. And then when I lose that much, I'm out. I'm gone. And if I win some, I'll just play with house money and then I'm out. Fine, fine, fine. If you can deal with this for what it is, and I've always put these in the right proper, in the proper context. It's okay, if you're looking at it that way. But you do have to try to look at these things in a proper context. Okay, buenos tardes. That means good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Terrio. On the iPhone, at least you can filter out all the unnumbers. You'll never hear them. Yeah, I don't care if it rings, though. Who cares? I don't answer it. It just makes noise. If I go take a nap, I'll turn it off. Robocalls are pure evil. Yeah, right? They were telling me last week. Alert. Capital One Security Service says you have bad card. Capital One card for you is compromised. Please call security office immediately at this very time. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay, that's it. What can you say about this? I don't like blue colored products. They don't look nice. They look like Windex. Would you ever want to drink Windex? No. Do you see blue colored products everywhere? Yeah, beer. Those kids like what do you call that? Hawaiian Punch, the Powerade, the Gatorade. I hate them. I hate the way they look. They look terrible. They taste like badness, sadness. However, I did give it a 90 out of 100 for what it is. It's into the excellent range. I mean, I can't really say too much bad about it. Would I ever drink it on purpose? I'm not that crazy. Would I buy it? Again, like I said, only if somebody wanted to do a duo review. Would I ever miss it? No. Would I recommend it? Yeah, if you like to do these, look at these oddities like I do, it's okay. I ate a donut from Walmart. I mean, if you do that, if you're going to eat a Walmart donut that you got on discount for, what was it? Some of these beers will make you cough, though. You ever noticed that? That's strange. I don't know if that's a good sign. $1.97, 6 of them. But if you're going to eat a Walmart donut, then I guess you could pretty much deal with anything. So that's it. That brings us to the end of another fabulous examination. I just can't get over it. Can't. Now, tonight, I'm really promoting this with like 10 viewers in the last year. Tonight, at 6 Central, 7 Eastern, I think that's right, is a taste challenge, Budweiser versus Miller High Life. It's a consolation round because they both lost, thank you, the taste challenge on William Kepley's channel. I would rather drink Budweiser, to tell you the truth, because it's 5%. It's got a crisper flavor. Miller High Life's more like cooked vegetables. On the other hand, Miller High Life doesn't make you feel like you got an ice pick through your temple. So I don't know. I voted for Budweiser to win the first round, but everybody else was saying no. It's 3-2. 3 said the winner was a Coors Banquet or Pabst, and 2 said Budweiser. But I was voting for Budweiser. But oh well, I don't care anyway. All right, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to predict. I think I'll pick Budweiser tonight, but we'll see. Miller High Life is the nectar of the gods. Yeah, okay, Johnny Ringo. Look at, we were in a drought, not no more. It rained so much last Friday. Now look at it. It's like a monsoon. So glad I didn't go to. Now, last chance. If anybody wants to see what I bought at Walmart, say it now or forever hold your sausage or your oregano, whatever. But now is your chance to see what I bought at Walmart today for $12.50 a bottle. Going once. It's starting to come in the house. Going twice. Over. You have to wait till the cows come home.